Most people think an interior designer is just picking colors and shopping for furniture. But the truth is, the real skills that make or break a designer are almost invisible. So you love design, you love beautiful spaces, and maybe you've been told you've got a good eye. That's the spark most aspiring interior designers start with. That's definitely what I started with. I had no other prior knowledge or experience other than a good eye and passion. But not shockingly, building a real career in interior design goes way beyond just having good taste. It's not just about picking pillows and scrolling Pinterest. Professional design is an entirely different ballgame. So today, I'm going to unpack the reality of what successful designers actually do day to day. The skills, the systems, and the mindset shift that nobody likes to admit they struggle with. If you're serious about becoming a designer, this is the reality check and roadmap all rolled into one. Let's dive in. Let's start with the creative foundation. Inspiration isn't just about scrolling Instagram or flipping through magazines. Real inspiration comes from everywhere. Art, architecture, history, culture. It's truly all around you if you just look. The best designers are curious. They walk into a cafe, notice the tiles, the lighting, the proportions, and file it away. They develop a designer's eye for the world. It's the ability to notice harmony, proportion, and possibilities everywhere. That's the spark that drives everything else. But inspiration is only the beginning. The next challenge, communicating it. That's where mood boards come in. Mood boards aren't just pretty collages. Their real power is communication. At the start, they're loose and abstract, more about vibe and feeling. As the project develops, they get refined, specific, and literal. The exact finishes, furniture, and colors. When it's done right, they build trust early and prevent miscommunication later. That's why presentation software matters. Canva, Photoshop, InDesign, SketchUp. You've got to learn at least one of these tools really well. Not because clients care about the software, but because clean, polished boards help you present your ideas clearly. But visuals alone aren't enough. To level up, you need to understand how good design comes together. Balance, scale, proportion, harmony. One of my favorite principles, the rule of one. Sounds mysterious, but it's simple. Choose one dominant element in a space. That one feature guides the eye and creates harmony instead of chaos. This is the line between someone who likes decorating and a professional designer. It's not just creating something pretty once. It's being able to consistently create spaces that are beautiful and functional because you understand why they work. Now let's pivot to the practical side, because this is where a lot of aspiring interior designers hit a wall. And here's the harsh truth. Even brilliant ideas fall flat if they're presented poorly. In today's world, presentation is everything. It's not just about being right. It's about getting buy-in, building client confidence, and making sure your projects actually happen. Let's take furniture sourcing. You might think, how hard can it be? I shop for my own home all the time. But sourcing as a professional is a totally different game. For your own home, you can experiment, buy, return, swap. But for a client, there's zero room for error. Everything has to be predicted and planned before it arrives. This is why drawings and elevations are non-negotiable. Elevations are those flat 2D wall drawings that show details like built-ins, tile layouts, or furniture placement. They're essential for communicating with contractors and avoiding costly misunderstandings. Pro designers also speak the language of trades. Floor plans, sections, elevations. If you can't produce accurate drawings, contractors and architects won't take you seriously. That's when projects go sideways. So yes, hand drawings with a pencil and scale ruler are a great start, but you'll also want to learn digital drafting tools like AutoCAD or SketchUp. I personally prefer SketchUp. This is the less glamorous side of design. The paperwork, the documentation, the systems, but it's what keeps projects running smoothly. Think about it. A single project involves hundreds of items: furniture, lighting, hardware, finishes. Every single one needs to be tracked. That means documentation, spec sheets, project management systems, rigorous organization. Because one wrong order can throw off timelines and budget in a big way. Custom furniture, that's another layer. You need precise drawings, finished details, and a solid process to manage risk. And this brings me to one of my favorite points, materials. You cannot, and I repeat, cannot rely on the internet for this. Online images are misleading. Colors change, textures flatten. Professional designers visit showrooms. They touch the wood grain. They feel the fabric. They study how light hits the tile. That hands-on knowledge is essential. And that's why you should build your own finishes library. Collect samples. Create finishes boards for your clients. Let them hold fabric against stone or tile next to cabinetry. It builds confidence and prevents nasty surprises down the line. Okay, let's talk about something most creatives avoid, the business side. Being a talented designer is one thing. Running a successful design business is another. They're two completely different skill sets. First up, your supplier network. This is gold. You can't Google your way to the perfect project. You need trusted reps, vendors, and trades. The ones who will go the extra mile, give you priority, and help you problem solve when things go wrong. And things will go wrong. And if you don't have trusted suppliers and backups, you are in trouble. A strong network keeps your project moving and your budget safe. Building this network is legwork. Visiting showrooms, networking with sales reps, finding craftspeople. Over time, this web of relationships is what keeps projects on track. Next, your brand. And I don't just mean a pretty logo. I mean a consistent professional identity across your website, emails, proposals, and social media. Your brand is the first handshake clients have with you. It signals legitimacy and trustworthiness. A strong brand attracts better clients before you even speak to them. Then there's your portfolio. If you're new and don't have project photos yet, start with what you do have. Mood boards, finishes boards, floor plans, hand drawings. Show your process. A portfolio of skills can be just as powerful as a portfolio of finished homes. It proves you know your craft and are ready for bigger opportunities. And finally, the selling system. The best designers don't always get the most clients. The ones with consistent leads and referrals, they have a system that might look like clear service packages with pricing, a streamlined onboarding process, an email sequence that nurtures inquiries into paying clients, and a referral system that encourages past clients to spread the word. Think of it like this. You design rooms with intention. Why wouldn't you design your business pipeline the same way? And if you want a shortcut here, I actually give my students my exact proposal, contracts, and onboarding templates inside my designer blueprint course. It saves months, or in my case, years of trial and error. You can check out the link in the description if you're interested. Now, let's get real about something personal, confidence. Low self-esteem and imposter syndrome are huge roadblocks for aspiring interior designers. And honestly, it doesn't go away just because you've got a few clients. Even pros deal with it, which means it's common, but it's also fixable. The difference is, successful designers don't let it paralyze them. They practice, they put themselves out there. They present their ideas even if their voice shakes the first few times, like mine definitely did. Confidence is built like a muscle, through repetition, through seeking feedback, through consciously working on those mental blocks. If you don't believe in your own value, you won't price correctly, you won't pitch confidently, and you'll miss out on opportunities that could change your career. Confidence isn't just a nice to have. It's directly tied to your income and success. Let's bring this home. Being a successful interior designer isn't just about having an eye for pretty spaces. It's about building fundamental design skills, mastering the mechanics of execution, developing sharp business systems, and working on your mindset and confidence. That's what separates someone who loves decorating from someone who builds a real, thriving career in design. Now, I love hearing from you. What part of this breakdown surprised you the most? Was it the technical drawing side, the business systems, or the confidence piece? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to know. And if you're serious about turning your passion for design into a career, check the link in the description to get started. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.